Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Well, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it may be appropriate for where you are. Okay, so let me just, recording live and where with the devotees, Aparati Devinasi, Rupanuga Prabhu, Bhima Krishna. This time we will ask you to speak something earlier rather than later. Somehow my connection dropped. Something happened last time. I couldn't hear you. And Dana and our host, which is Leela Moy Prabhu, no? Who is our host? Shared account. Oh, maybe this is Braja Sundari, perhaps. Shared account. I know we're a little different this week with the devotees on pilgrimage to Nabadwip. Can somebody speak so I know I've got...
Dandava Pranam, Leela here.
Okay, Leela Moy here. I don't know.
You're the leader of the street, Mayapur. You just arrived somewhere, I think Yoga Beach. Oh, let me turn the camera. Okay, this. Hare Krishna. Or this is. Oh yeah, Yoga Pit. You're arriving Yoga Pit. Now we are heading to the Gaudyia Math central quarters. And yeah, that's it. We are on Harinam Sankirtan. The devotees there on the front. I'm here in the back trying to managing the things here. That's it. Haribo.
Haribo. Okay, I don't know if it's my internet or their internet, but quite jumpy. But Zoom did a good job because they're doing Harinam Sankirtan, and I can only hear Leela Moipapu's voice. So, I mean, well done, Zoom. They've definitely got their technology down for the sound. All right, actually, you're all a little jumpy. It's probably my internet. So anyhow, okay, so I've been made the host. Okay, I'll try to manage everything. We're not in Italy. We're going to meet up with the devotees very soon. Today is the 18th. So 19, 20, 21st. 21st, we'll meet up with the devotees in Puri. Then now for just three full days in Navadwip. And they're having a intense but focused, we can say a focused pilgrimage in Nabadwip. And to be focused is definitely very good. When we're focused on everything spiritual and trying to adjust our angle of vision to the angle of vision that Guru Maharaj and Gurudev want us to have everywhere, but especially in the Dham, then when we have a short time, we can be focused. When we have a longer time, then the mind can begin to wander and all sorts of unfortunate things can happen. All right, so slowly but surely, some more devotees coming together. And we do have Rupanuga Prabhu with the camera low down, so we're seeing the sky of Navadwip. All right, well, there's a road of Navadwip. And they're in the midst of Sankirtan. Today, they're going down that main road, which is vastly improved since the last time I saw that main road, by the way. And looks very manageable. Hare Krishna, Ananda Sarupini. Wonderful. We're happy to see each of the devotees one by one over there. Some for the first time, and some have been there before, but a long time ago. One of them from a long time ago is Devananda Prabhu, and we're happy to see him there. Here's Nadia Sundari's forehead and nose. We can see she's also on the Sankirtan party. Okay, so let us. Okay, well, while I'm being fully distracted by seeing Mayapur and the modern world of Mayapur, let us begin our program with minimum of Vandeham. So Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunatan Vitantam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Bancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're going to begin as promised with Bhima Krishna Prabhu and maybe Ishtadevi is nearby him somewhere. She's always busy in being a housewife, as I think I quoted my mother one time to you, Bhima Krishna. My mother used to say, a woman's work is never done. You always have some duty at home. Maheshwari is agreeing, nodding her head. Bhima Krishna Prabhu, over to you.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavats to the devotees. Super happy to see you all and to be here tonight. Obviously, just some thoughts I've been having. I mean, I've been seeing all the pictures and videos of the devotees there in Navadwip Dham, and I can't help but just feel overjoyed to see it. It just brings back so many memories, seeing the devotees there at the Mat and chanting and kirtan and at the aratis and just hearing of the seva and things that are going on there. It's just kind of really inspired myself a lot more than I ever imagined that it could. I think just it brings back so many memories, seeing familiar faces there. You know, some of the devotees I spent time with there in the Dham, and just a lot of reminiscing and just thinking about what it's like to be in the Dham. And also I just remember that it isn't always easy. You know, being in the Dham, I mean, we're being purified, and sometimes that purification, you know, it can be difficult. And you know, so for anyone there that's actually can hear or listening, and it's a great time to remember Sharanagati and to surrender and to also pray to our Guru Varga and ask for some guidance. And there's also associating with the devotees. We were and the Shaka Didi was doing a class this morning on Sri Sri Upadesh Amrita, and we were talking about the different things, relationships with the devotees, giving gifts, or sharing our hearts, or inquiring. But anyway, that's a great opportunity to associate with devotees and to also share and build relationships in that way, because it can be very difficult in the Dham, and you will be tested, and there will be trials for sure. I had plenty while I were there, but anyway, it's just really beautiful to see, and just brings back so many memories of the temple there, and with Gurudev and with the devotees, and how sweet it is. So it's really inspired me, and obviously, we all wish we could be there, to some degree, but living vicariously through all of them. It's really beautiful to see. And so anyway, my dandavats to you all. Happy to be here tonight.
Dandavats, everyone. Yes, grateful to be here with you all. Also reminiscing of my time in Navadwip and living vicariously through all the amazing devotees there, and so happy to see the Harinam Sankirtan and just think back to those times almost 20 years ago for me now. So just seeing everybody there and hopeful that maybe we'll get to make it back there someday and bring our kiddos. And yes, my dandavats to you all.
Dandavat, and we could feel your hearts as well as hear your voices. There is definitely, I also have got some feeling of separation, if you like, when we see all of these pictures and video. Nabadwip was my home for almost 30 years, and we definitely have got emotion or devotion. This we also have to constantly separate out. But everyone's got feelings, but our feelings in particular are the feelings of Srila Gurudev's umbrella and something very mystic in the Dham. And it's not possible for me to put my finger on it, but there is a mood. It is really another world, but another environment. And I don't want to be mundane. And I've been to Las Vegas, but I've been to Las Vegas only on Harinam Sankirtan with the devotees. But I mean, if one were to go into one of those, gambling buildings or something, you could say that's a completely different environment that's around you, in the gross sense. But if you take the opposite of what we could imagine that would be like, then when you go into the Dham, when you enter to Navadwip, to Vrindavan, to Jagannath Puri, when you enter into the Dham, there is something very special, the opposite of that grossness. There's a fine feeling in the air, and we can't put our finger on it, but we kind of appreciate it. And we can think of Gurudev's example, that we know something special is going on around us, but we don't know what it is. And we can think about a blind man. A blind man is taken somewhere and everyone says, oh, very wonderful, look at the beauty. And then he's wanting to know, and he knows I'm in the midst of something beautiful. When he breathes in the air, when he hears the sounds, when he feels the freshness of that area, he will catch something, but he's wanting to see what is there. So we are a little like that. We're like blind people going into a special environment. Okay, Rupanuguru's opened his microphone, so let's hear some live sound, I was going to say, from there. And that's Kelly Kadamba. If you open the microphone, Kelly, we could be able to hear something. You can give us something right this moment there in Mayapur.
Dandavat Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Ranjavadisura Maharaj ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki jai. So we've just arrived here at Sri Chaitanya Math on Parikram. We came over by a boat from a nearby gut to the Math to a new gut near the new ISKCON Mandia, and very beautiful. I just wanted to say that the mood here, and to share with the devotees that the mood in Sri Navadwip Dham and Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math right now is incredibly sweet and beautiful, and we feel like we've come home, and all of us feel in our hearts that we are here by the mercy of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, but it's also, we've come under your shelter by your meditation and desire that the devotees start the Jagannath Puri pilgrimage from Navadvip Dham. Hang on. Come this way. Come this way. And sorry about the noise. And we were just hearing what Bimal Krishnapur was saying about being mindful when we're in the holy dham and that there can be some austerities and we need to practice Sharanagati. Absolutely. And we're also remembering Gurudev's affectionate mood, and that by affectionate dealings with the environment and trying to be humble and sincerely offer our hearts to the devotees, then there's something, like you were saying, Raj, there's something very mystical. Everything is in the heart, and the devotees in the Dham are very merciful and very affectionate and willing to be affectionate, and that's what we're finding. So much affection, and everyone is very, very, very happy to see each other, actually. And it's quite incredible that there's layers in the heart that we are trying to let go of through the chanting of the holy name. And personally, I feel like my own willingness to just try to be in the holy dham and think of Gurudev, give honor, try to be of service, then the environment is very different and very, very sweet. It's very, our practice is very real, let's just say. I mean, my practice is not, but I can understand we need to shout the holy name with humility, giving honor, and then everything is okay and beautiful and sweet. Sorry for my raving, but we're feeling very grateful and happy, Maharaj, that you have actually sent us all here, and it's wonderful.
Yes, thank you. And look where we are.
I don't know if you can hear. I think you're frozen, maybe.
Oh, oops, frozen.
No.
No.
Anyways,
I'll walk in.
we're going to go inside. Sounds like he's frozen.
And he might be frozen. We might not be. I mean, he might be just stunned.
All right. Okay, so perhaps now, Rupanuguru, you turn off your microphone.
Yes, we will.
And we're happily continuing watching your video, and also Nadia Sundari, she got in there before you, and we saw Nadia Sundari also there inside with the devotees giving obeisances. So I think she got in there before you, and we delayed you while you're entering. And so this is the garden with lots of flowers. Look at that. So just so everyone knows, they are now from Nabadwip, Chaitanya Saraswati Math, which is in Kolardeep. I mean, Nabadwip is 9 islands, and our temple is in the island of Kolardeep. And from there, they've taken a boat, and they rented a boat for themselves. I saw the boat was not overcrowded, so which is a good symptom, because really the public boats sometimes do sink. And they sink especially when our enthusiastic Hare Krishnas try to get infinite numbers of devotees on a finite boat, thinking it's the holy dham, so everything is possible. So those boats do sink sometimes with being overloaded. So anyway, they took a hired boat and they went up the Ganges. The other side of the Ganges, they get down in Mayapur, which is the center of the 8-petaled lotus of Nabadwip. And then from there, they have walked, and I haven't followed exactly where they've been so far today, but they're telling us that now that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's main temple, and his samadhi is here at this temple. And I'm not exactly sure. Rupanuga Prabhu's video is being shown right now, and with all kinds of faces of the devotees. Yes, it's a little tricky for me to say exactly where they are. If they're doing the circumambulation of the samadhi of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This is what's happening right now, as far as I can understand. And at the main temple, this is the main temple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mission, and means the Gaudyia Math. He established 64 temples in India and nearby around India. So he established 64 temples and ashrams. And I think this is his samadhi. But at the main temple, the deities are Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari, Jew, established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And for preaching purpose, on the corner, you see, this is, for preaching purposes, on the corner of each corner of the temple, where the deities are, there is one of each of the Nimbaka, Ramanujacharya, Vishnu Swami, and off the top of my head, I just forgot the fourth, but the four leading gurus of the Sampradaya, the four leaders of the four principal Vaishnava Sampradayas recognized by Mahaprabhu. And this is for preaching purpose because the Gaudiya Vaishnava conception of Mahaprabhu. Oh, Ramanujacharya, thanks, Jaigoran, for the missing one was Ramanujacharya. The four principal acharyas, to show that Mahaprabhu's message is combining all of these. And as we read in actually Navadwip Dham Mahatmya, then Mahaprabhu took two particular items from each of the principal Vaishnava Sampradayas. So this way, by giving honor to the leaders of those Sampradayas, then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was helping to establish and show the supremacy of what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. So there's gradation everywhere, and what was given in each sampradaya, there are two particular strengths everywhere. Those combined together gave, as Guru Maharaj says, full-fledged. Hare Krishna. All right. Are you able to hear me okay, by the way? Because my video is choppy. So my audio is okay? All right. All right. Very good. Hare Krishna. All right. As always, we try to think a little bit before we come to meet you all, that what would Srila Gurudev say to you? And so my answer to that, to myself, before the Zoom today was, he would say, any questions?
Hey, Maharaj.
So, yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to say quickly too. I thought I'm really like happy for the devotees. I know there are so many devotees that have only heard about the Mat and they've never got to experience it in person. And I'm just so happy to see like Leela Moy Prabhu and Ram Sundar and like so many devotees they're doing such great service. And I feel obviously from yourself, there's just a great mercy for them to be there but I feel like it's very much deserving for them to be there in the Mat and to they're definitely receiving mercy, but it's all, in my opinion, it's earned and deserved because they're such great, always doing service. And I mean, all the devotees there, obviously, it's just a beautiful thing. And I love that there's some of the newer devotees, they don't just have to read about it or hear about it. They get to go and experience that themselves and build their own faith and, have that experience. And with the devotees there, and those, they'll shape our spiritual life from for eternity, really. I mean, it's just beautiful and inspiring, and I'm happy to see. I even know Madurima and Purushottam are there too from Salt Lake City. And Madurima actually is probably the first devotee that I met from our mott. She used to come to a different temple that I would go to, and she's never been to India. 20 some odd, maybe 30 years, I don't know, but she's never been to the mott. She's never even been to India. So it's just really special and really sweet. And it's just really happy. I'm really kind of beyond what I even thought possible. Happy to see the devotees there, and it just feels so sweet for everybody. And Maharaj, I hope you make it there soon. And we're all praying for your mercy too, Maharaj. We're happy to be here in our Dandavasi.
So Bhima Krishna, I think you're reflecting also what all of us probably are feeling about we are sharing the nourishment that the devotees are getting, those who are going for the first time and those who have been before. And nobody there has been recently except Chintamani, she who have been there, but others have not been there recently within the last few years. And so it is inspiration, but nourishment for everybody. And the thing about coming to the Dham is this time the opportunity came for them to go under the guidance of devotees. And this is very important, to not just to think we could get a ticket and go and see everything. We really must be with the devotees in the mood that Srila Gurudev would want of the pilgrims. And this pilgrimage actually started off in a very simple way. It was just a small group of devotees, and the idea was, they'll go to visit the Dham after so long. But then one by one, it's, can I come? Can I come? And then, we means those who are organizing, they said, well, we better make this available to everybody and see who will come. And we're thinking is going to be at first around 20 devotees, and then more and more. And then gradually now I think it's over 80 will be assembling in Puri, which is actually where kind of the main, you could say it's a retreat, like we have retreats in different places in the world, but it's a retreat in a very special place, which is Jagannath Puri, one of the 3 special rooms of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And Gangalila is mentioning, I went with Vishaka Didi and a group in 2023. And let me just go back to the thing. So Gangalila, now, you're not, are you in Mayapur now, Gangalila Didi? You're at home still.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm just saying that you were saying that you weren't there for so many years, but I was with a group, and Keshavananda was there, and Paramananda were there with Vishaka, and it was 2 years ago, going on 3 years actually. Oh my God! And we spent in Navadwip, so it's like Vimal Krishna was also saying, it just really. The visuals, they really wash in some of the emotions, and I have to say that I don't even know the spiritual moments, how to process them ever. And that's now a beautiful thing. I thought I had to figure something out, but now I'm realizing like it's unfigurable outable. That's what my parikram was telling me. And so I'm staying because you said something about mysterious. So I'm leaving it as a mysterious. It's because my mind wasn't doing it. It was like, I have to figure that out. And that is just what's coming back.
Jai.
Yeah, beautiful, Jai. It's really nice to see the devotees going down the streets. I'm kind of there,
Yes, we are. I think the word in English is it not vicarious? We are getting some nourishment by their getting nourishment. I think vicarious means that we are getting happiness from somebody else's happiness, or they're living something for us. Like they've gone on a holiday, and we're at home kind of thing, and we're following that. And again, by this, just now, you see, we are able to talk to devotees who are there in Mayapur, and in Nabadwip, like live. And really, this facility does enable us more and more to be able to share what's taking place with them. And while at home, if you like, sitting in a comfortable armchair and seeing some of the austerities of the devotees, though I'm sure they don't feel really any austerity as such. Hare Krishna. 2023, by the way, Gangalila Devinasi, that's also a long time ago. It's 800 days, or 700 and something days. That's a long time ago now. So just see. Time is a strange thing, isn't it? Sometimes things in the past feel very immediate, like it was yesterday. And the same consideration in another context, it feels like it was lifetimes and lifetimes ago. So time is strange. But in the spiritual world, we all know the description given in Brahma Samhita, that the time is in the eternal present, never separated by past and future, even for a split second. Inconceivable. So really, the whole of this is inconceivable. And I think one thing that yourself and Bimal Krishnapu and we're all feeling is that we are feeling. It's not our brain which is going around with the devotees so much. It's our feeling that's accompanying them. And our remembrance of feeling, because Gurudev is accompanying them. Gurudev did, in our time, means from 82 onwards, Gurudev didn't come and join the day-by-day parikramas to different places, but we definitely felt his presence, and he would send us on our way, send the devotees on their way in the morning. And Guru Maharaj, similarly, Guru Maharaj used to stand on his veranda on the balcony upstairs, that upstairs Bhajan Kutir. And he would stand, and the devotees, at the beginning of the parikrama, it would be the Mangalati, the puja takes place, the devotees do the parikrama around the temple, and then all around the compound, means around Guru Maharaj. And coming back in front of Guru Maharaj, they pay their obeisances, and Guru Maharaj would be upstairs at the banister, the rail, handrail, and he'll be there giving his obeisances to the devotees and inaugurating their parikrama. As they just from there, the devotees go out through the gate, leave the gate, and continue in the spiritual world to their particular places that they're going to that day. So we felt Guru Maharaj's presence, we felt Gurudev's presence at that time on parikrama. And we can feel their presence today, and that they will be pleased, but that this parikrama program is taking place. And not in a random way, but in a way which is with the devotees being protected by the devotees. And we protect each other. But that protection, again, it's coming from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. How to behave, how to see, what to do, where to go, where not to go also. These things have been given to us. Hare Krishna. So we get exhausted just by seeing them going on parikrama. Okay, so Aparajita Devinasi, you are about to go to somewhere, right? You're going to Puri. You're still in Bangkok. Is that correct?
Dandavat Gurudev. Maya, she raising her hand, and yeah, and yeah, I actually Maya Didi one.
Yes.
Raise your hand. Oh, okay. And yeah, Dandawas, Gurudev, and everyone. And yeah, I went to the airport, and then turns out that my visa had issue. So now I reapply for the visa, and yeah, every day I just desperately and chanting and yeah, but yeah, since that 2 days ago, I have been just uh I submit the visa application. There are some more things and I reply and yeah every day. But now I also feel very nourishing from seeing everyone and also very motivated. I never chant this much in my life. Like every day I woke up 4 a.m. reading, chanting, and yeah, just see how the Lord wants. And yes, but anyway, very
Oh,
happy
that
to
is that's very sad. You went to the airport expecting to get on the plane and be in India and join the
yes,
parikrama, but your visa was not in order. Is that right?
yes,
Oh dear. Oh dear. So near, so close. And you are physically close too. You're only like 2 hour flight from Calcutta.
yeah. Now
Aparajita, leave everything in the Lord's hands and with your heart join with the devotees there. And we do hope that the visa will be sorted out soon and that Jagannath will let you come to Jagannath Puri. I think all of you have been reading the Divine Guidance book of Srila Gurudev, and there's that chapter on the way to Puri, where Srila Gurudev, even though he is due to come the very next day, he's still saying, and without the grace of Jagannath, every day I'm praying that Jagannath will give you and I some entrance within Puri. So Gurudev never assumed that he will be there. He is setting the example for us. We can't assume we're going to be anywhere. We have to pray for grace to enter. So anyway, Aparajita Devirasi, you're smiling, so you know that the Lord is also smiling and seeing how you face the challenges. Hare Krishna.
Jai Gurudev, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, Jai Gauranga Prabhu has
Maharaj.
not been. Did you go to Navadvip that year? No.
Maharaj,
So Jai Gauranga Prabhu.
has
Oh
her
yes,
hand.
Bhima Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Sorry, Maharaj. I was just saying that Mayeshwari Didi has her hand up. You might not be able to see on your device.
Oh yeah, I can't see. Oh, is that what Aparajit was saying? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know. I can't see. It's in a faded area. I don't know how to get rid of. There's a faded area on the phone at the top. Maybe somebody can tell me how to get rid of that faded area. But anyway, with that, it must be your hand is hidden. So Maheshri Devi, yes, your hand is up. Your third hand, kindly. Oh.
Yes, Dandavats, Maharaj, and all devotees. I am, oh, you're sideways. I am with the family in Mount Shasta. And that was Karuna that came to say Dandavats and hello to everyone. But today I had the honor of meeting Sita Devi, who spent
Oh.
many years in Nabadwip, and she and Vaidehi had traveled many times together, done very many parikramas together, and we heard such lovely reminiscing today and so many beautiful stories of Gurudev that my heart was so full. of these stories. And I was so excited that I was able to jump on here tonight and see the devotees in India and see what's going on. So it felt like this continuation of the whole day that we spent on the mountain and, sharing really good food and nourishment of all kinds. So, yes, dandavats.
John, so you went with Sita and your family to the mountain.
Mount Shasta. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We're staying in the
Mount
area.
Shasta, you
We drove up from Santa
okay?
Cruz. So we're here for a few days. And Sita Devi lives in Ashland, Oregon, which is only an hour away. So she came today to join us for the day. The sound.
Okay, well, wonderful.
Yes.
And if you, your family, and Sita and her family can come sometime and we don't know, we're not planning a future parikrama, we go one by one. But
Yes.
it would be wonderful. There are so many wonderful devotees who can share and contribute and keep Guru Maharaj and keep Gurudev in the present,
Yes.
not as history figures. And really, the service, this kind of service, all service, but this kind of service in particular, being on parikrama with the devotees, is helping to keep them in the present, because we try to do what they want us to do, and they will be happy. And I know Sita will be super happy to come back. The only sadness is, the sadness is Gurudev is not directly there as she, myself, and others. We're so used to being there and being able just to come and be with Gurudev and sit with him and ask him how to deal with this situation and that situation, and this devotee is writing this devotee is writing that. And she has got very good certificate from Gurudev, by the way. So good association.
Yes. Well, she was even saying
Really,
today
she's got
how
a good.
she was even saying today how present Gurudev is still in her life. How situations will arise and she's just like, something just says, no, you're not doing that. And she knows that that's coming from Gurudev.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And if you do, I don't know if you'll see her again, but if you, on your present trip, but if you do, please, you extend my obeisances, and actually obeisances from everybody here, because all of us, if we see her now, we'll all be giving obeisances. Oh, see, the eternal service you have rendered to Gurudev is there in the eternal record book, and that, as we said before, past and future don't exist. In the present, that what does eternal mean? It is there in the present. And we know Gurudev is with her. She's one of those special devotees who got infinite grace from the infinite master. And we are happy for that. Hare Krishna. Okay, well, still remembering Gurudev's, what Gurudev would say today. Any question from anybody? Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, unless somebody else has something, and forgive me if you do, please ask it. But this is I just wanted to say that through you, Maharaj, we all feel closer to Gurudev. You spent so much time with Srila Gurudev that just myself personally, we all feel so much closer to Gurudev through you, Maharaj, and we're happy to have your association. I just wanted to add that when I kind of came to my mind when Mayeshri was speaking, but I sincerely feel that way. because when I think of any time I've ever been with Srila Gurudev, you've been there yourself, and you've always been such a great example, for me and for the devotees on serving Guru and Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. So anyway, Dhanwas to you, Maharaj. My question, if is there any stories that you have Srila Gurudev in Puri? Just speaking of Jagannath Puri, maybe you can tell a story of Srila Gurudev, something that's memorable for you. Did you spend time with Gurudev in Jagannath Puri? I would assume you did.
Oh, yes. What kind of story?
Just something that you'd like.
What kind of stories would you like?
I know there are lots of videos on the video stream of Gurudev in Puri, but you were there personally. I'm just, anything that, if you could think of anything that you'd like to share, that you're inspired to share to all of us, would be nice if you're up for that.
Well, I can say something of Srila Gurudev's heart in Jagannath Puri. That is, he was very at home, and at home means kind of relaxed, and always he's got worries, but worry-free pretty much in Puri. He's away from the dramas which happen when you have a big temple and other temples around. So the central temple, everything is coming to you. As they say, the ball stops with somebody, and who does it stop with? The ball stops with Gurudev. So he took personal interest in everybody, but in every aspect of the mat. And took interest means he was the manager of the mat from, you can say anyway, 1948. But Gurudev said, almost immediately, Guru Maharaj put me in charge. So, but from 1948, so Gurudev had been, 40 years goes to 1988, my mathematics reaches that far. So anyway, for 40 years, he's been running the temple. So, but everything about the expansion of the temple and the new ashrams that come up, the devotees who are coming from abroad, the ashrams that they're trying to make and starting up, and the dealings of personal matters between devotees, everything would come to Gurudev. So in Nabadwip, he was constantly in anxiety about one thing or another, but devotional anxiety for the devotees' welfare, the mat safety, so many things. But when he came to Puri, then he was really quite relaxed and at home, and he would sit in a very public place in Puri, which is the Seva. This is once we had the Seva ashram, the devotees' guest house. They call it Sevak Bhavan, and they call it on the walls the Sevak Bhavan, devotees' guest house. And he didn't want a room upstairs or out of the way. He wanted the room which directly looks out to the passing by of the road, to the gate where everyone is coming in, where anybody who's coming into the ashram building to enter and go upstairs, downstairs, and come up, they've got to come past that veranda. And Gurudev would sit on that veranda, and he would be super accessible to the devotees, where sometimes, because of other duties, he's accessible at certain times, but it's not appropriate just to go to him anytime you want, kind of thing. But when you're in Navadvip, it's a time to meet him because he's doing things and has to give his focus. And in Puri, he would be there on that veranda. And yes, he would also be giving focus to particular devotees, but anybody coming in and out, they can see, is it appropriate? I can come and just sit down, plonk myself down in front of Gurudev or not. And the other point is that Gurudev can see the devotees, so he's seeing directly what they're doing, what they're wearing, etc. So, it didn't need Mahananda to notice what devotees are doing and wearing. He's got his own direct, seeing everything. And be sure Gurudev wants the men to wear dhoti and kurta, not back to pants. They call them back to pants. I don't know where the name came from, but anyway, not back to pants, but dhoti and kurta. And the ladies to wear sari, not they call gopi dress and like that. Even though it's, you can say chaste, everyone's covered up, they're looking, more or less as we would think in the West, very presentable. But Gurudev wants those things. Anyhow, so Gurudev can see everybody and everyone can see Gurudev. So he was very open in Puri. And he can see the road. Now, in the beginning, there wasn't a wall there. So you're directly road, you're right there. Then presently there's a wall, but a wide gate. So you can see people who are coming up and down on the road. And little happy things are. They have these vendors who sell things and go up and down the road. And they ring a bell or they call out what they got. And one of them is Singara, Singara. And some of you know what is Singara, maybe. Okay, it means samosa. Singara, samosa. And there's Singara, Puri, Sabji, Singara, Puri, Sabji. They call out happily, not offensive. They're just letting people know, I've got these things. And Gurudev, he sit there. He said, so what they're selling? You call him. And then we go call the vendor to come in. And the vendor, it reminds me of like Mahaprabhu and Sridhar Kolavechar in Navadwip. Sridhar Kolavechar poor man, he's doing business with banana stems and everything. And Mahaprabhu is just interacting with this, simple, poor Brahmana person in a very sweet way. Well, these sellers, they're kind of very sweet. They come in and humbly in front of Gurudev, they're showing what they've got. And Gurudev, he's getting some things, but with whoever's there with him. And I remember some of the devotees, maybe I name them, maybe I don't, but some of the devotees who were with Gurudev, and they're sitting, and Gurudev is saying, you want? Like to the devotees, and then some of them saying eagerly, yes, I want this, and others, Gurudev, whatever you want, we want. And basically, Gurudev, giving treats to the devotees from the samosa, the puri, the sabji, those things like that, and also the sweets, because some of them, the same man has sweets. Some of the same men, they have different things. That's why Gurudev is calling the devotees, the vendors to come in to see what's in their pots, because they got pots on the front, they got pots on the back, and they're going down the street like this. And so, this was just something, it wouldn't happen in Nabadwip, it wouldn't happen in Calcutta, but in Puri, a very sweet interaction that way. And we went to the beach with Gurudev, walking to the beach. That time, Gurudev happily walking. You see, most devotees, they unfortunately they know Gurudev, but unfortunately, just when he really wasn't so mobile in his later life. But in younger days, not only was he mobile, he was the head man leading the Himalayan pilgrimages and the South Indian pilgrimages and everything. And so very active, and in our time, very active, sprightly, good physique, everything. And so anyway, we went to the beach with Gurudev also. And Gurudev going to the sea, but the sea is a bit strong, too strong for that time. And little unfortunate incident where myself and another devotee, we were swimming in the sea. And Gurudev, while we are swimming, and Gurudev kind of thinking maybe he wants to maybe swim, but he came to the shore. He's there. We went together. You swim, you swim. So we were swimming. and then he came down to the shore. But the waves, some of the waves in Puri, they're quite violent. And unfortunately, one of these waves came in and knocked Gurudev over. And then we came quickly coming. One of the devotees who was with me was Aravinda Lochan, very, very strong. And that's why I had some confidence to swim out, because you think, well, okay, there's somebody here who can get us back in. Because Puri, tide is very dangerous. By the way, you have to go swim in the right place, go to the right place. Anyway, that's another story. But Gurudev was knocked over by a wave. But Gurudev took it all very sweetly. But we were unhappy to see him get knocked over by a wave. But Gurudev's Gurudev. Oh, this is Mahaprabhu's mercy. This is where we were is, the approximate area where the bathing of Haridas Thakur took place after he passed away. I mean, it's that area, and who's going to put a pin on a map to say, the exact grain of sand? These things all taking place. And yes, probably beautiful pastimes with Gurudev. What else do you want to know? The only place where Gurudev asked, "Can you teach me to drive?" So I drove to a quiet place, and I tried to teach Gurudev to drive, but Gurudev, after a short while, he gave the car back. And I was relieved. We have a devotee. Now he passed away. He passed away. We have a devotee who was a driving instructor. As a devotee, I mean, he was, and I said, "Oh, Prabhu, you must have a lot of faith in Krishna. Somebody who's written before, how to drive. That's, you got to have some faith. Every day you go to work and you're going to be in a car with somebody who's not necessarily in control." Hare Krishna. Anyway, that was a little bit of my teaching someone to drive experience. But that was with Gurudev, which of course is more anxiety than with anybody else. And anyway, Gurudev, he's so sweet. Gurudev is just so sweet. And in Puri, everywhere his sweetness comes out. But in Puri, that sweetness was very much, the family at home sweetness. And that place, I've been since then to that place where we found, which was quiet, not far from the temple. If you go down to the beach, turn right along there, there was almost nothing down there by the way of buildings. There's a lighthouse for the ships so that they can see. Anyway, you know what is a lighthouse. There's a lighthouse there, that was there. But then there was one other building, one other house, quite far down on the left side. And that house was owned by an ISKCON devotee, maybe, but a devotee. I'm not even sure he was initiated or not. But that's another place that I went with Gurudev. We went to several places with Gurudev, and so I drove Gurudev there. And he and I and his one servant, then we went to this devotee's house. And Gurudev, just at home and with the devotee, nice house, not one of the little thatched houses that you get around, but it was a nice house. And we went there, and that man, I don't know fully everything about him, but he arranged milk for our ashram from cows at a Goshala just nearby, a little further. If you want to know where the Goshala is, it's a little further down the road on the right. And he arranged pure milk there. Anyway, you're going to transport me off to Puri. We did many things in Puri. And, well, we must mention Jagannath, of course, if we're in Puri. We started off in Nabadwip, and now you brought us to Puri. But in Puri, yes, different times. I drove Gurudev, so I had that fortune to drive him. And so we went to the Jagannath temple, and of course he goes inside, I'm outside in the car and waiting. And also the time of the Ratha Yatra, I've driven Gurudev to, in the evening when Jagannath is stopped, then taken Gurudev, or Gurudev's taken us, and I've been at the wheel, to Jagannath Dev. We park the car nearby, and then come for darshan of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Beautiful things, Prabhu. Beautiful things. Hare Krishna. And many things. We drove to Puri. I took Gurudev to Puri different times and went with him on train also. The Dauli Express, if you want to catch a day train. And it leaves in the morning, it arrives in the afternoon. Well, of course, that's how things work. But means it goes through the day. And the devotees basically want to go on the night train because you get on the train, go to sleep, and you wake up in Puri. But Gurudev was not like that. Gurudev wanted to see. He said, I want to see the route that Mahaprabhu and the many devotees took when they went to Puri. Gurudev, practically, he's appreciating that, we're going by car, but we're going where they all went by foot. And I don't know how long it took, at least 2 weeks it must be, to go from Navadvip to Puri. I mean, at least 2 weeks, I would have thought. Unless you're Nityananda or Raghunath Das Goswami or somebody who's just like almost 24 hours a day and got long legs, not of this world. If you're that kind of a personality, you might be able to do it faster. But Shivananda saying he would lead the devotees year by year, and Gurudev wanted to see. And by the way, from the train, so many lotuses. On the side of the track, you're going down on the train, and the trains in India don't always go so fast. They're not like Milan to Rome, which is incredibly fast. I mean, it's 300 kilometers an hour or something. That's unnatural. But, these trains, they kind of chug along down the track. And you can see what's going on. So we went by car in the day, but we went by train in the day too, instead of taking the night train. And happy on the train, Gurudev happy seeing things. And you take a train in India, people are going to talk to you. You're not going to sit there all alone. You've got, another 70 people in the same coach or something, but whoever is in your area is going to talk. Well, when you've got Gurudev, he's like a magnet for pious people. And so he's chatting, he's talking with the devotees, he's chanting and he's talking, and he's just naturally with the devotees. But people passing by, Swamiji, and then, coming and having some chat and talk with Gurudev. And that was a reminder about Srila Prabhupada also. Gurudev, he said, he asked to Srila Prabhupada, when Srila Prabhupada's business was failing and he had almost no money, but he would travel first class on the train. And Gurudev asked Srila Prabhupada, you have no money, why do you go first class on the train? Instead of the regular class. He said, because in the first class carriage, the first class passengers to talk to, first class people to talk to, this kind of thing. So anyway, we were not in first class, by the way, on the train, and I've been more than once, but there is reserved second class with the windows, not AC. And you don't need AC. When the train moves, then air moves, whatever it is. You don't need AC. AC is like a fashion now. And you can also see out of the window and have the window open, all those things. So it wasn't like what they call the prison car, the unreserved car, which costs the same, but everyone's, except the fee for the reservation. But if you can't get a reservation, you have to go, as the conductor themselves say, you have to go in the prison car. Prison car for you. Oh, okay. First time I was told that, I thought, uh-oh, that's a bit serious. Then I just realized that actually the name, what they called it, the prison car. Anyway, so we were in reasonable. So going to Puri, wonderful things. And Gurudev, he wasn't one for like sightseeing, but he was of course substantial for everything, like the journey, being there, and he would encourage the devotees. And so again, support the devotees when they're going to go out to have darshan, or to go to give their obeisances to the Jagannath temple, because we cannot go in. So like in Nabadwip, Guru Maharaj and Gurudev would inaugurate the day's journeys. And in Puri, Gurudev would also inaugurate the devotees going out on Sankirtan. And they would generally go on with Sankirtan to go to the holy place too. And also when the devotees go out, Gurudev gets a little bit more peace and quiet. And sometimes we're there with nobody else. It's only, just Gurudev and myself, servant, and one or two people. And sometimes we're there during festival time with so many devotees. So yes, Prabhu. Over the years, I didn't keep a diary. And I just didn't want any. Sometimes people say, you should keep a diary. And I thought, oh, but a diary to me feels like egoistic. There's something, I did that. So, but we're happy to remember things. And in the association of devotees, then we remember things. And if Sita, by the way, that Maheshwari was mentioning, if she were to come, then when we've had conversations, which we've met also while I've been traveling in America previously, then I bring up things which she's forgotten, she brings up things that I've forgotten. And so it's just natural when you come with devotees that many things come to light. Anyway, somehow Bimal Krishna was taken us from Navadwip to Puri, and I've got a bit absorbed in Puri for the moment. But there in Navadwip, and for 3 days focused seva. And it's seva because Gurudev is smiling on them. Gurudev is pleased by something, that is seva. And Gurudev is smiling on all of you. And I saw Jayanti joined us. I don't know if she's still with us in Australia. No, she was with us a little bit earlier, I saw, but not just now. And of course, our back to basics family, we may be a little less on the Zoom because they're all chanting Hare Krishna in Navadwip. And so many are there. So we are getting life by their activity there. All right, and we're on our way. And so we'll meet you next time also with some live news. I don't know quite where we'll be. Oh, what day? Today's Sunday. Oh, yes, so Thursday. I'm not sure the schedule for you Americans exactly. And I'm not sure the Krishna knows I think the devotees do have a plan, but that's just to make Krishna happy. Because if you want to make God laugh, make your own plan. So this way, also in service, they made a plan to make the Lord happy. Okay, dear devotees, and this time, we're not on Facebook. All right, I think technically they can't do it this time because the Zoom controller are we on Facebook? No. Yes? But does it say we're broadcasting on Facebook? Oh, it does. Okay, I'm on the phone and it doesn't say. It says we're live and it's being recorded. But it doesn't mention that. Anyway, so those of you on Facebook, those of you here live, as we are, but those of you who see the recordings, and week by week we hear more of you who do. Even a devotee this week sent a message which I had no idea. He said, I haven't missed a single back to basics. So, Prabhu, I know some devotees want to stay anonymous. That's fine. It's all good. But we're happy to know that you're there, and we hope that everyone can, get some nourishment by our sharing together. And after all, the very basis of bhakti is association with devotees. And we want to be with the kind, sweet devotees who are sincerely trying to follow the path given by Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. So we appreciate the presence of you all. So indeed, it's overtime. I just looked at the clock. It's overtime to say our jais to our divine masters and to give each other strength to continue remembering Krishna through his holy name and the devotees, etc. So jai to our wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai to our wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai to our wonderful Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. And jai to our wonderful Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Our Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki jai. To Sriman Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. To Sri Nabadwip Dham ki jai. Sri Puri Purushottam Dham ki jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Tunga Rasa Devi has a beautiful photo of Nabadwip Chaitanya Saraswati Tulsi Devi there. In the spring, summer season, by the looks of her, she's looking very young. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. And with that, the electricity just went off. Just the Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha.
Jai Srila Bhakti Raja Maharaj ki jai.
And the only lighting in the room is the clock to show overtime. Okay, Dandavad, Jai Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Ami Ashchi. Hare Krishna.